Hey people, it is Monday, November the 11th, which is the evening now of Remembrance Day, since it is 7:30 p.m. And I'm on the corner of St. Clair Avenue and Yonge Street here in Midtown Toronto. I'm going to make my way south down Yonge Street towards downtown. I'll go at least as far as Yonge and Bloor, as long as my battery holds out that long. I have about 36% battery life left on my camera, since I recorded two other videos before this one earlier today. And I just finished a live stream which ended quite abruptly here at Yonge and St. Clair, and the battery on my phone died since the power bank was not doing its job. I think part of that was due to the chilly, windy weather. It's 7 degrees Celsius. And when the wind kicks up, there's a definite wind chill factor. Since I ended up here at Yonge and St. Clair, instead of downtown where I thought I'd end the stream, I'll just continue on recording a video from this point. And now the skies are clear, but earlier it was raining quite heavily. But I managed to avoid getting rained on during my live stream. I did get rained on during my one of my earlier videos though, before the stream. Looks like this couch has lived a life. It's being put up for retirement to the dump. All right, I'm going to cross here. The view of downtown heading south is better from the other side of the street. You can see the towers off in the distance. I tried to zoom in there as I was crossing the street. Now I have to wait for this light, although it's not as long, thankfully, as the other light was. Now we can go down a big hill. It definitely is a bit on the chilly side right now. Feeling rather winter-like. once we get down into the single digits, especially with the wind. And that tends to drain the battery on devices much more quickly. So hopefully I'll be able to even make it to Yonge and Bloor before the battery on this camera dies. This might end up being a shorter than usual video. And there's that awesome view as you head south. There's that awful wind chill. And now it's better, you can actually see the CN Tower. And to make this walk even more awesome, my socks are completely soaked from when I did get caught in the rain earlier. And now that it's turned very cold and winter-like, my feet suddenly feel like a couple of blocks of ice. Not a very good feeling. It says my battery's at 28%. Oh, 27. It just dropped as I was looking. A tall tower proposed for this site, 49 stories, replacing this old low-rise apartment building. That'll stand out on this low-rise stretch of Yonge Street here. Not many people out and about right now. The weather has not been that great for the last several hours. This is a really nice area though. It's part of Yonge Street. The Summerhill and Rosedale area, a bit further to the south. Got Summerhill station just over here. It's a very wealthy stretch all along this part of Yonge Street. The residential neighborhoods are a bit on the exclusive side. The shops and restaurants are in keeping with that. And the fanciest LCBO in the city is right here in the old former train station with the clock tower. I heard there are bottles of wine in here that sell for $100,000. I don't know if that's true or not. See how awesome this must have been when it was still a train station. It was the North Toronto train station with the CP Rail corridor going right past, which is still in service there as a freight line. No more passenger service. That building is starting to make its mark on the local skyline. It won't be as tall as that 49-story building we saw proposed a little while ago. Actually, I wonder if I can plug my power bank into the camera here. That might give it a bit more life. At least enough to get me down to Yonge and Bloor. I have it plugged into my phone right now. So let me unplug. All right, I think we're in business. All right, we're back. I accidentally turned off my camera there when I was fiddling around with cords and power banks. The power bank still has some juice in it. It just was not keeping my phone alive during the live stream. I've always liked this little building on the corner here. I hope this corner never gets redeveloped, or if it does, they'll preserve this building. Hey, the Cavalcade of Lights is coming back. November 16th. There's the Quail, one of the many Firkin pubs. Not even sure, just Yonge Street all by itself has at least half a dozen Firkin pubs that I can think of. And we're coming into the Rosedale area. It's a charming little strip of retail and restaurants here. The Alaska. All the buildings have character. Whoa, I just saw something streak across the sky over there. I'm not sure if I caught that on camera or not though. I just happened to point my camera this way as it streaked by. And there's Rosedale subway station. We're getting closer to the northern boundary of downtown. There's some debate, depending on who you ask, whether that starts at Davenport Road or whether it starts at Bloor. I'd say anywhere south of this point, really. It feels downtownish enough, in my opinion. It wouldn't bother me. Robot Boil House. Kind of a cute logo.
And then next picture of
Several happy people inside of Happy Burger. I think there's a proposal to incorporate this kind of unique building also with a new tower. Is that sort of Tudor style, which you don't really see too much of right on Yonge Street in downtown. Even if you don't want to technically refer to this as downtown, but we're soon to enter downtown for sure once we pass Davenport, I'd say, and Yonge is just right past that. And there's the Masonic Temple. Looks like there's a show there tonight. I see a lineup forming. That's a popular spot now for some live music. It has been in the past as well, under various names. I think it's called the Concert Hall now. I might be mistaken. Of course, the building was originally the Masonic Temple. It's a fascinating building that sometimes is open to the public during doors open. So I went in there in 2019 to tour it, and there's a lot more to that place on the inside than you would imagine. See that skyscraper is still completely dark. Nobody is at home yet. It's brand new. It's not finished actually. All right, so now we're crossing Davenport on one side, Church on the other side.
Fuck off.
Next major intersection is Yonge and Bloor. Got the Yorkville neighborhood on the right. And I think I almost stopped recording there. I have to watch where my fingers are. Kind of holding this in an awkward setup here with the power bank and camera both in the same hand. There's Yorkville Avenue. Yeah, it looks like a new bar is opening here, the One Bar, right up the street from the One, the super tall skyscraper under construction. I wonder if that's intentional. I'm gonna guess yes. This whole stretch of old storefronts was all rejuvenated as part of these two towers rising behind. It looks fantastic. Old 19th century storefronts. And what is QB House? I'm not sure what that is. Got a Starbucks. Most of these are still for lease. The Toronto Reference Library right here we walk past, which is the main downtown library.
Yeah, historical.
We're just about at Yonge and Bloor. We have Bloor Yonge subway station right here. Another entrance here into the little mini path that runs underneath the Bloor Yorkville area. I'll look east along Bloor Street. And west into the Mink Mile. And looking straight down Yonge into the heart of downtown. All right, let me unplug this power bank. If I can do this without causing too much trouble. There we go. I'm going to start to wrap up the walk here at the intersection of Yonge and Bloor. We made it from Yonge and St. Clair in Midtown with a little help from the power bank. The four corners of Yonge and Bloor. So leave a comment down below if you enjoyed the walk. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And also make sure you hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal or via my merch store. And you can also support the channel by becoming a channel member or by sending a super thanks if you prefer. And you can find me on Instagram also under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and thanks to all the channel members. And be sure to keep checking back because, as always, I will continue.